Hey there, and welcome back to the Train of Thought, an educational monster train series where we fight the divinity in every run. I want to take a brief minute, and this is in response to some comments that I've gotten recently on actually some old videos, and I just want to refresh on something that matters to me. So, the question is tactics versus run length, and it really comes down to I intentionally accept a sacrifice in perfection when it comes to tactics of a combat. And this actually came up recently, right? I'm pretty confident this video has gone up. Yes, and it will have. So there is a video I did recently where there was some winged steel work I had to do where you could play an imp twice if you properly handled your turn, but you only played it once if you didn't. And early on in the run, I did not. I was just going fast because I didn't need it to win. And later on in the run, I was doing it much better. I decided to kind of deal with it and play the turns out correctly, despite the fact that I did not need it in order to win the run. And there were some thoughts about that where it's like, oh, why are you making such like clumsy mistakes? You're bad at tactics and things like that. And the answer is truly it's just a time savings thing because the whole point, one of the main reasons I'm still making videos is that I believe they have reasonable reach to the community. I believe that the people who are playing Monster Train are able to find my videos and as a result hopefully learn from them. That's kind of the whole point. And part of what makes them have the reach that they do in any fashion is that I have managed to get the time of each video down. This has been a very conscious effort from me over the course of my time on YouTube. Whereas at the beginning, I mean, a normal episode would be 2 hours plus, and that's too long, right? It's just too long for something that I'm putting out so regularly. And as a result, I tried very hard to get my episodes down to no longer than an hour and a half. I think that is a very important thing for me. And that's like a really tough episode would be an hour and a half. And if I have something I consider easy, I might even be under an hour. So I'm trying to avoid wasting your all's time. And I think that's important. So, yes, I do sacrifice a little bit on the tactics of my runs. I strategize to make sure that I'm not making horrific mistakes that'll cost me the run, but then in the combats, I'm expediting turns. And that I think is important. I think that's just something that content creation requires in the world of Monster Train. I feel like other games, other card games maybe, can get away with this, especially the more popular people because they have such a large following anyway. But also, the games are so popular that you don't have a hard time reaching your desired viewer, right? People are going to search for it, they're going to find it, it's not a problem. Whereas with Monster Train, it's it's not an unpopular game, but it's definitely not to the extent of something like Slay the Spire. It just doesn't have that kind of reach. So, regardless, I think it's an intentional decision, and there's not really. I'm not asking a question. I guess if you're interested in providing your thoughts, I'm happy to hear them. But there's no real question here. It's just I wanted to make sure to explain that for newer viewers to the channel. So, anyway, that's as much talking as I'm going to do here. Our previous run was with Prince. Yeah, so we had what brought us up to 152 wins on the series. It was a run with so many good things. It started with Brawler, we had Gurg's Goad, there was an Ashes of the Fallen in there, a Railhammer, we had a self-infused Steelworker, there was some fledgling imp nonsense. This is actually, you know, it's funny. That is actually the run I'm talking about here. The Winged Steel Articulation is kind of how I imagine that run being described. So, yeah, it was a good run. I mean, we won, and I already talked about it a little bit, so I won't go into too much detail there. I am moving on to Sentient, who I consider one of the worst champions in the game. She's. The problem is, she doesn't offer much. She just kind of does the bare minimum, which in some cases is better than something like Tethys, but Awoken as a clan lacks scaling on its own if you miss things like Razor Sharp Edge, right? And as a result, you're relying on your secondary clan for scaling, But if your secondary clan is something like Umbra or Melting, but you missed out on the better scaling parts like Paraffin Enforcer, then you're pretty doomed, right? I mean, you can run into scenarios where you're scrounging around for a damage and you can't find it. So it's one of the reasons I don't like Sentient, is because she doesn't offer anything. It's also one of the reasons I snap click Cultivating, because honestly, it's literally anything. But hopefully we don't have too bad of a run here today. So as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get in on Sentient. Okay, I can accept this. We can make this work. I hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing all right. I may have to pause periodically to cough and or clear my throat. I'm not sniffly. I don't think I'm getting sick, but I am, I don't know, it's like a halfway state. I'm pretty strong when it comes to my ability to avoid illness, but I don't know. We get those halfway things. Anyway, that's what's happening if I randomly pause throughout this run for 4 seconds or something. Hopefully, you're not dealing with it. We are getting that season. Flu shots, they work. Anyway, let's get in on this. Today we are default Awoken, default Wurmkin. This is a fine clan combo. It has elements that scale effectively, which is good. You know, things like Shard Soul Carver are excellent A+ cards that I'm happy to see here. I could also get away with Keeper of Echoes. It's a good source for things. There's a lot of stuff. But we're facing Explosive Sigil Daedalus, Ragefell, and Patient Seraph. Patient is scary. We can play on multiple floors as an option here, or we can daze him, which is another option here. True. Our cards are Steel Enhancer, Shelter, and Edge Prior. Our boy is in our starter. I'm happy to see a Steel Enhancer start because it is something. And usually in the early combats you need literally anything, and this is, it says +3 attack on it, so I'll take it. It's also playable with the whole situation. If I see Cultivating, I get +1 draw. Shelter will be good for armor, and then Edge Prior is also here. Let's look ahead. Temples are on 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's fine. 4 of them, I usually accept 4, it's fine. Dupe on 8 is Steel side. The Magic Shop side is better, unfortunately. Decent Steel Shop on 7 with Money and Vortex. There is a Trinket Shop there if I can use it. Dupe Cavern on 6, it's okay. Magic Shop Horde. Not great on the Vortex alignment in this run. We have a Merchant of Steel, a Merchant of Magic, excuse me, with an Unstable Vortex on 5. So an okay Magic Shop. The Steel Shop has Caverns and Boons. Removals may be difficult in this run, is what I'm seeing. We have a Removal Horde Awoken banner on 4. That might be important for an infusion if I need it. The other side is just Pyre Health, Money, and Event. So maybe that's bad. Double steals on early game. Let me look in the mid. I didn't notice it. Yeah, okay, so 5 does have a steel shop. So we're missing a steal on 6 and 4. Okay, that's good to know. The double steel shops early game have double Wurmkin banners. Oh wow, with a double Magic Shop with double Awoken banner. So a ton of choices in the early game, but no other nodes. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to click. We have Boon of the Blacksmith, Golden Vault for my starting relics. It's 100% Boon of the Blacksmith here. You're sentient. You're going to leak things. And if I take Golden Vault, I'm going to lose all my money, and I'm not going to be able to ramp up in the early game, which means we'll be behind in the late game. Boon of the Blacksmith compensates for how weak we start early on. And it means when I leak things, I'm going to take less damage. So we're just going to take the Boon and be happy about it. Can we Cultivating? Absolutely. Cultivating Explosive, we always click Cultivating here. It's a free draw relic, and it is literally any scaling. We'll take the money as a result. Cool. An okay start. Mark of Invasion. I take damage from this almost certainly. Absolutely I take damage from this. Am I willing to trade this damage? What's coming up? I do have boons on ring 2. This is an interesting scenario where I actually think I can skip this Mark of Evasion. I think I take more damage than the 75 gold is worth, and I risk missing the collector as a result. Yeah. So what you do is you skip this here. I can take the money on ring 2 if I need it. And yeah, I mean, we would have taken 6 here. I guess I should charge floors. Don't mess around with that. But we would have taken 6 there. Yeah, we would have gotten this collector because of fracture and then taken like 4 more damage, I think, which would have been funny. I am going to play Edge Prior here. I know it's weird, but he's going to make playing cards cheaper, which is nice, and he fits on the floor, so I'm happy to play it. Sentience punches it, that's hilarious. Okay, we will play the Restore here. I will buff. Fracture. Ooh, what's coming up? There is a Fracture on my next turn, which is good. I'm looking to, well, buff anything, I suppose. I will Fracture this floor. I will Shelter here. There's no reason not to. Yeah, we take 2. That's a great example of 2 damage saved by Boon of the Blacksmith. Top floor, we can restore. I can ping out the Foot Soldier. I can play double Stewards down below and actually get some damage in. We take, what, another 4, I think? Yeah, mathematically, for sure. It's okay. We get through this combat without much concern. I do think it's correct to do damage in the back. Good. Great. Play a bunch of cards. Excellent. He has perished. Edge Prior, my man, is doing something. Honestly, though, our damage is terrible, but Steel Enhancers did something. I will trade 6 here. That's okay. Sharpen, Glimmer, Steel Enhancer again. Sharpen is a bad card here. Just plain. Glimmer is good-ish. It's potentially an important card if I don't see a sweeper line in this run. Specifically Shattered Shell, right? I should probably take Glimmer here. It's tough to skip this, because there are lines where I'm going to go, dang, I wish I was clearing back lines, and Glimmer could be that answer. So I think we should take it, even though it's not purple here. Proclamation, Shelter, Hosting Kin. None of these do anything that I want, really, but I will take the one that gives me the most damage here. Purple Proclamation is something. Not great starting cards. I'm looking for Razor Sharps or Echo Transfers. There are arguments for both sides. The Magic Shop is pretty weak, but I could take a holdover on Glimmer or Proclamation, potentially. The left side is, again, also pretty weak. I have to hit a good unit. One thing I'll say is that Wurmkin has better units here than Awoken for a formative line, right? So let's go left. Wurmkin has better units here. There's a quick, all right, it's not amazing. Yeah, Carver, Keeper of Echoes. I mean, these are solid choices. You can get away with both here. I think Carver is better because it's a much stronger infusion into Sweepers or Animus of Will. Now, Keeper of Echoes is functional here. You'd have to take space, and then I'd be looking for multi-strike, and I would be looking to scale individual Keepers, so I'd have 2 of them. But I think Carver is the correct pick. Okay, and with Carver here, I will reroll. If I see a multi-strike, I might just lean in on the Carver itself, which is cool. Yeah. It's a large stone. I'm not going to upgrade this here. I could consider money. Money here is fine, but I didn't spend much, right? That's kind of the big thing. It's going to depend a lot on whether I get a unit draft here, because I am going to be looking for Awoken units for infusions. Either to put Carver into them, or for Carver to go in. If I had seen a multi-strike here, right, you put a multi-strike in, and then if I see Animus of Will, I will put the Animus of Will into the Carver at that point, instead of the other way around, because you already have the multi-strike in play, and then it hits 3 times, and it's a beefier unit, which is fine. But now, given everything, I might put it into the Animus. We'll have to see what we get. I might consider going to the Awoken banner just for the opportunity of a good infusion. The question now is really, what am I dwindling on? What am I dwelling on is Divine Boons. Is that an important pickup here? How important is 290 gold? That essentially allows me to buy both upgrades. Now, I don't think that that's that important here. Just a multi-strike would be fine. Yeah, I mean, we chill. I'm going to stay low on... We didn't spend anything here, and I'm not going to. So let's just move. This prevents me from even having the opportunity of seeing a big spiky thing that's scary. I do have a Carver now, which can at least kill things, so I think I can get away with these spikes. Carver at least does something here, which is neat. We'll play top floor. I am going to blast the bottom floor. That's a very good play. Cool. I get a Glimmer, which is good for downstairs. I do need to charge upstairs, though. That's an important one. We should Glimmer this out, though, I think. It's worthwhile. True. And I think, I mean, let's charge upstairs. I think this will be important. Cool. We do the Steel Enhancers here. I will put the Steel Enhancer in front because it gets an extra hit here. I should consider how I'm killing this man on middle. We'll play some armor. We might as well do another 5 on middle. It's fine. Every little bit to get through that guy is going to matter. Single Reap kills him, which means I can Reap downstairs. Excellent news. I should also consider just healing upstairs. Good. Great news. Cool. I'll heal up top. I will shelter up here. That's value. And then I'm going to Reap the boss. It's fine. Every little bit matters. We get through this, though. Carver does a ton of work. He just does a great job here. The healing is as important here as anything else. Yeah, we get through it because Carver, it turns out, is like a 50-50 right now. So that's pretty good. Cool. Free money. Love to see it. Vine Grasp. It's a ping that's purple and free, and it also triggers Cultivate, which I think is important. Wildwood Sap is a consideration if I'm actually going to lean into anything else here. I don't think so. I'm going to look for big heals. I think the self-ping is actually better. This double procs Carver because he gets the Cultivate trigger and he gets the purple. It's just good. It's just a good card here. Yikes. Okay, no offensive scaling, but we do have the Carver. I'm going to take the purple Revenge here. It's very strong as a card. Okay, so in summary, not many great things here. We have a Carver as like the only positive thing about this run. Wurmkin banner, don't have great hopes for this. I think the only thing I might consider here would be, let's just think about this real quick. I could get away with Kinho's Vessel. I could get away with Bogfly Egg. It would be fine to play Bog Egg, I believe. I could play mid-floor Divinity comfortably. Would an Endless work if I saw that? I don't know. I think the only thing is that Multi-Strike is pretty much it from this Steel Shop. This Magic Shop, though, I mean, what am I looking for? Some -1s are okay. They're fine, right? It's fine. I could put both Sweepers and Animus are solid. What would I hold over? Honestly, probably a purple card. It might be Revenge if I could get a 10 in Piercing on it. Not actually Proclamation. Well, because it potentially gives multiple purples. The purple itself and then 2 more. That's 3 infuses if I can actually kill units on the floor. I think it is the Magic Shop here. It's just a better infusion chance. And more importantly, getting the infusion now is big value because I don't have to wait until ring 5 for it. Yeah, and the left side, the left side is just a multi-strike charge. This is a great example of you might brain off, go to the Merchant of Steel here. I do think it's wrong. I think the Magic Shop here is a stronger play. Remove Consume is not what I'm looking for here. Temple says plus 30. Okay, I mean, plus 30 on that, what is it, Revenge might be good. Oh. Well, this is a very interesting question. I think Steel Singer wins from here. Maybe. I think Animus of Will is actually a more secure choice. I think Steel Singer is a great unit here, and I'm reasonably confident I could win with it, but it would be different if I had... I'd be relying on seeing a good infusion from Talos, or Daedalus rather. Animus of Will is just straight up a 3-hitting monster right now. Right? I mean, she just crushes. It's gotta be the Animus, I believe. Yeah, with my current Carver setup, you just put Carver into her, and then she hits 3 times, has a bunch of HP and scales, and still fits behind Sentient. It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. This Animus of Will is like rock solid form line here. And we do it this way with Carver into Animus because she hits more times, basically, is it. She has multi-strike too. That clears waves, potentially, very quickly. Yeah, this is awesome. Cool. Now, she has no upgrades, but that's okay. I will buy these -1s. They are good. Good upgrades. Now, I want cards that I can play on every floor, so things like -1 plus 10 restores are going to be good here, right? And this is also, I don't know, you see the X5 event, this at least is a good card, or, you know, an upgraded card. Permafrost? That's gross. I don't love that. 10 in magic power. I mean, I might just do it again, right? -1 plus 10 of restore here. Make them better. Yeah, I like restores more than fractures on this particular one, simply because of I can play them on a floor without an enemy there, which will matter. And this restore situation will keep Sentient from perishing. I may be just hard healing through Patient, which is possible. And if I'm going to do that, I need a lot of healing. It is what it comes down to. Now, the next question is, do I have plus 30 Proclamation or Revenge? Revenge is pretty great to plus 30 here. I think I should do this. This card isn't outrageously good. This Intrinsic is not doing it for me, though. No, we chill on that. Magic Shop, no, it's fine. Alright, let's Caverns it up. Nexus Spike or Purge? What can I break the game with on this Nexus Spike? I mean, nothing, really. Yeah, nothing really does it. I mean, what I could do is Shelter, and it's okay at best. I think this is best served as a Purge, actually. Yeah, I think this is best served as a Purge. And because no Bounding Echoes, it might actually be the Steel Enhancers here. Well, Steel Enhancers are okay, but a single... it's important to note, Steel Enhancer is genuinely worse than any purple card, because the purple card provides the purple value, so like whatever Fracture does, or whatever any of these cards do, and then you get the infusion of a +2/+2 anyway. So really, why would I want Steel Enhancer? I think cutting a card here might just be better, because I just don't have any great choices here, right? What am I going to do? Revenge, Shelter? I mean, okay. I guess it's kind of a double stack for free. Kind of. Is that even really that good? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. This is not great. I think I'm just going to purge a card, and it's going to be a Steel Enhancer, because it's not purple. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, 50 shards here. It is a little disrespectful, but I do think that infusion was important, as was the +25. I'm not going to burn removals here. I'm okay. I already have 6 card draw. We'll move on. I think we get through this no problem, because I hit enough times. We will be using Animus of Will with Cultivating Sentient and Cruising. I will be playing top floor, absolutely. I'm playing all of these cards, and I'm reaping the boss. It's good, it turns out. Cool, and now I just play purples whenever I can. I'll toss the Shelter out. We'll play a Train Steward to get it killed. Cutting these Train Stewards and other non-purple cards is going to be important for my run, as a general statement. Yeah, so behold the power of self-pinging with Vine Grasp. It's good. It's purple and great. I actually think all of these guys upstairs hitting me is good. How are we looking? 18 by 3. I'm going to Glimmer middle floor here, actually. And then I will purple upstairs. Every infusion is good. I may as well take the shelter, by the way. Yeah, sure. Cool. That's a +6/+6 to my friend. Great news. Steel Enhancer, burn it. I'm going to Proclamation middle here because it guarantees we get through this Forge of Disciple. And I will just play purples upstairs. Cool, we're getting through it. We've scaled to the point where I'm clearing floors. We're fine. Steel Enhancer, burn it. Steel Enhancer, burn it. I will blast the front fella here. Yeah, for sure. I can heal. I can just charge, basically. We're doing 52 by 3 here. Great news. I can pop upstairs for a huge value. Just so good. I don't mind middle floor. Yeah, I mean, we just blast again. It's going to be okay. The Glimmer here is fine, but I would rather burn a Train Steward. Not that it really matters. I won't redraw him in time anyway. We self-ping up top, then we just heal it back. We will purple here. Train Steward, we're good. I mean, we do 200 and something damage on this floor, right? Yeah. We do 200 and something damage on the floor. Strong enough, right? Strong enough to get through this, no problem. This will also, if we can speed this up, Echoes of the Past, Snap Click, Purple and Echoes of the Past, incredible. 100%. Yeah, another Animus of Will. I mean, we could have gone Steel Singer and it would have been fine. But we've got it right now. We're good. We'll skip. I've already kind of committed to this. I'm okay. You could have pivot to the, what is it called? Sweeper there, but I don't think so. Drawing cards will be important, especially if I see magic shops on this run. I am going to go to steel shops when they're available. I will see a magic shop before Fell. I have 6 card draw right now. I don't think I need Ember here. I'm going to take card draw, and we're going to be okay with it. Yeah. I think this is fine. I could dupe, or I could remove. What do I dupe? Echoes of the Past? Straight up? No, the left side is weak. I'm going to go to the removal, because at least there's also a horde here. I will be cutting cards that are difficult to play, like Train Stewards. You saw how many were sitting in my deck at the end of that combat. The Awoken banner. I mean, I could hard pivot to Awoken Hollow. Hard pivot to the Hollow. That's not terrible. This does mean I have to take space and self-infuse it. Interesting. Interesting. Now this is an option. A real choice, I think. A real choice. Because restores represent +2/+2, and then also the cultivate +2/+2, potentially +6/+6. That is considerably faster. I can't play this now, right? I have the Carver infusion, which is giving me a +2 space. I don't think this is right because this really messes with my mid game. And then in the end, I just get a +2/+2 out of this when I could have gotten a +3/+3 out of Sentient every time she gets hit. I think we just go in on Sentient here. Because my unit is... What is it? Because my unit is 3 space. And I took space here. I mean, draw, rather. Yeah, I'm going to give up on the Hollow mode. Decayed Decoy is excellent. I have Reap, it turns out. Forge, Cultivating 2, absolutely. You could justify a Bristling Pivot, but I might have to face tank with Cultivating into Patient, and if I'm going to do that, I need as much health as possible. Horde is good to click. Winged Steel is incredible. I have so much card draw now. Yeah, The other ones don't have much. Worn Grindstone's okay, +5. I mean, it's something. But Winged Steel is just excellent. I have a lot of card draw now. Heaven Seal's a great way to die. Don't click it. This will do a ton of damage to me, especially because these back guys almost always get upgraded here. You could Fracture. It's kind of funny to think about. I'm just going to Fracture down below. Echoes of the Past. I mean, yeah, I'll take the plus whatever this number is. +8. It's something. Okay, we do hit upstairs. I'm going to play the Restores. I do think I Fracture middle. It's good. I could kill that back line. I should. I should kill this back line. And then I'll take the Infusion upstairs. I couldn't mess with the Echoes on middle, by the way, in case that wasn't clear what I was doing. I mean, I drew the Revenge on this turn, which is incredible. I think I need to just purple up here. We actually get the kill, incredibly. Do I mess with this, or do I let this man walk on me? I mean, this next guy's going to do even more damage. I'm doing, what, 63? And he has 70? And it's 6x2. I mean, I just narrowly get this kill. I can ping out this guy on bottom here eventually. I'm doing only 60 on this floor. I don't know if this +1 is going to do it. I'll save the 5 HP for now and just let this ride. This big upgraded man is scary. I mean, okay, we do see a Proclamation, which I think is good. I am going to ping in the back here. I think that's good. I think I'll reap this man too. I almost get him. I do get him. Incredible. That's really good. Yeah, well, we're definitely not getting this guy. That's for sure. Good grief. This big man in the middle is a big problem. I need to... I mean, we just play the cards we get, I guess. Yeah, sadly, we do eat this damage quite a bit. But we have, again, Boon of the Blacksmith saves a ton here. Revenge is incredible upstairs. Just such a good setup. I can also definitely Echoes of the Past here, so I can totally disrespect here. We'll reap. No, hold up. Draw a card first. Echoes of the Past here. Sure, I could have gotten a little more out of it. I didn't notice that 0 coster there, sorry. My bad. Let's Glimmer middle just to end this guy, and then we just scale, and we're okay. Steel Answer is actually pretty good when you're drawing so many cards, right? Hey, I can self-ping and do the whole thing. Look at that. Incredible. Cool. We're good. I need to cut out units, and I need to get that Echoes of the Past faster. I took 17 here. That would have been considerably worse if I hadn't done something else. Quick is a traitor here. Don't click it. Awake is a good card. It's purple and it's a big heal. I'll click that. I'm taking Ember, by the way. Oh, and I'm taking Soul Crushing Guild. Seraph, eat my dirt. Okay. Merchant of Steel, tempting. Merchant of Magic, very tempting. -1s are huge here. Can I get away with this? Because there's only then 2 steel shops that I'm going to, potentially. Would I go to both those steel shops? Let me look ahead. That's a good steel shop. I'm going there. I could take a dupe on 8. I mean, yes, I think that's enough. I'm looking for dealing with backlines because I don't answer that great right now. Fractures will help. Multi-strike would help. Pings help. Glimmer helps. Okay, I'm going to go to the right. I think this is a Magic Shop upgrade run for sure. Yeah, I mean, this is such a strong path. I like this Pyre Health in the mid-game. The Vortex cuts out my remaining Train Stewards, which are very hard for me to play right now, which is good. I look in the Temple. I get a +30. I mean, that Glimmer could be loaded here. 20 consume. Interesting, interesting. -1. I mean, the Echoes of the Past has to get a -1 here, I think. I think it has to. There's just simply no question about it. It will always be a -1 in this run somewhere. Yeah, for sure. I'll take it now. The 20 Consume is an interesting one. I don't love getting rid of my restores, but I like these fractures too. 20 Consume the Glimmer. I think that's a give up. I don't love that. I could 20 Consume this Proclamation. It's not a bad card. 150, just burst it out. And then never draw it again. It's a good 10 in piercing target, though, if I see that later, right? What is the +30, if anything? +30 Glimmer. I mean, that +30 Glimmer is actually genuinely solid. I think I'm going to skip the Purge Stone. I don't love cutting these cards. I mean, I guess I could. A single Restore. It's interesting, right? It's interesting. It's a good burst of healing, which would, I think, matter. Yeah, okay, I'll cut. I'll 20 Consume a Restore. I think it's a good burst of healing. The Permafrost here is not it, although I could Permafrost the Soul Crushing Guild. That actually might be good. This is important if I draw it but don't have the charges. It could prevent me from just dying. Yeah, okay, you got me. I'll Soul Crushing Guild that. I'm going to re-roll this. Ah, dang, I'll remove Consume again. Double stack would have just gone in that Soul Crushing Guild, but unfortunate. -1s are still good. I'm going to put a -1 into... That's an interesting one. Another -1 +10. I could buy a removal too. Cut Edge Prior here. He's essentially unplayable. True. Sorry, my friend. I think he's going. Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye, Edge Prior. I'm going to take the -1. Honestly, -1 +10 this Restore again. Just turn these into big heals. I'm good with this. Make sure I upgrade the correct one. I had a problem with doing that recently. I'm not putting anything into the Awake because it's going to be a good -2 target if I see it. How am I feeling about this +30? I do need shards and this is high value. Yeah, let's +30 this Glimmer. This will help on floors. Yeah, and we chill now. Now we chill. Moving on. Okay. 80 into Ring 5 is acceptable. Yeah, Crystal Cloak, of course. Sick Offensive Seraph. Can I get away with this? I have the AoE clears for this, right? How fast do I draw? 24 cards. I'm drawing 6, 7 cards. 3 turns. I see my whole deck, essentially. I should be able to pop. I have answers for that back guy on Ring 2. I have big heals in this deck, too. It's going to hurt my Cultivates, right? Can I guarantee the Collector here? Maybe. I can go to the Boons. I'm not going to a Steel Shop next. Let's not gamble on this. You could go aggro, and there are draw orders where I'm fine here. I mean, yeah, like literally turn 1 Glimmer is pretty good here, it turns out. But I just blast this floor, I think is probably worth it. Yeah, that's true. Drawing. Cool. I'll just take the charge upstairs. It's okay. I'm not going to burn that Restore yet. Cool. I'm looking for purples upstairs here. Every purple matters. Revenge here is a good swing. It takes 1 to add 2. I play the Restore here. I get a huge Echoes of the Past here. And then I fracture something downstairs. We just work on some of these little guys. Yeah, every little one matters. And I can always Soul Crushing Guilt that guy if I need to. Yeah, we pop. 1, 2, 3 here. I will Steel Enhancer. Shelter is actually dead. Incredible. Okay, we at least deal with something. At bottom floor is yikes. Top floor is looking pretty good though, right? I can supercharge this and then create a good setup, I believe. I will self-ping here. It's a free Cultivate. I will now restore it off. Restore it off. Yeah, I mean, this is how you win this setup, right? Now, I should seriously consider a couple fractures on middle, right? I can give it a 3, so 3 by 3 is 9 only, so I have to do the back middle guy. Then we can fracture once upstairs, because I do think this charging will be worth it. Cool. Okay. This clears out middle a little bit. I need to worry about that. Oh yeah, actually, Psych Glimmer on middle is incredible. Thank you, Glimmer. Very cool. I do need to heal upstairs. Ooh, nice. I'm going to stop 16 incoming damage here then. That's really good. And I will take the Proclamation because it's still an Echo. Cool. I think we actually would have super lost our friend Sentient here if I had done anything else in this particular moment. Yeah, I think what we did was correct, is what I'm going to tell you. Reasonably certain that we have made the right choices on this particular run of Monster Train. Now, I should seriously consider... If I Soul Crushing Guilt the boss, there's a non-zero chance I redraw the Soul Crushing Guilt, but I give up 1 days to do it. I think what I should consider doing instead is fracture the boss into oblivion. I could Glimmer here too. The Glimmer is, I mean, we're gonna kill the Sycophant anyway is the problem. So it does not matter what I do. So I think the Glimmer is just correct because it deals with all of these enemies in a fine, reasonable way. Yeah, we'll blast it. Shelter here. I actually think I am going to play this Shelter for 12 armor. That is essentially 2 free turns here. So I Shelter up top. I will Echoes of the Past into the back. And I'm going to fracture the boss here. And I'm going to Proclamation the boss because I believe 50 damage could matter. Sure. Okay, we make it through the combat here. Excellent work, team. We're just going to charge. I'm not going to mess with this too terribly much. I'm going to charge the floor. I'm going to fracture here because I do want to play the Soul Crushing Guilt. And then we chill, I believe. Yeah, we fracture and then we Proclamation here. Every little bit matters, right? It's just one of those things where that days actually adds up quite a bit. We one-shot the boss once I actually get a turn. Good. Cool. Preserved Thorns is purple. I don't love stings in this deck, in fact. Restoring Retreat. You could potentially jam together 2 big floors, but I'd have to take space in order to fit the first one in anyway. I'm just going to skip this for cash because I did not take the money trial. Soul Siphon. Return Soul. Burn my deck down to very little. Potentially really good, right? I think Return Soul is correct. Yeah, we'll click that card. Okay, I'm going to... Man, again, nothing great on this particular floor. No steel shops here. I skipped the steel shop before. The dupe is what, if I take it? Echoes of the Past? It's not bad. Left. Holdover is fine, but -1s are really good. -1s are really good. That's true. Holdover's fine. I would take a double stack as well because the Soul Crushing Guilt. And I'm seeing double steel shops coming up, so this would be my final one. Yeah, I'm going to go to the magic shop here. I just power up a lot from these magic shops, which is worth it. Light's Gift is bad. It's a great way of losing your Cultivate triggers entirely. I Channel Heart. I mean, I did just skip Stings. I'm going to take 25 gold here. Because again, if they show me another Preserved Thorns, I'm not clicking it. They just showed me the best Preserved Thorns possible and I skipped it. It was also purple. But because the Stings hurt my redraws and I'm drawing enough as is, I don't want them. Light's Gift is genuinely bad here. I'm going to skip this for 25 gold. Incredible. Okay, give me a -2, please. Or not. A plus 30 is fine, I suppose. Another permafrost. -1s are just going to be good here. I'm going to -1/-1 awake, I believe. Where's my last -2 opportunity coming up? Okay, I'm going to put one -2 into awake, because I'm never putting a holdover there. It's just a thing. I'm going to +10 this proclamation. Every little bit will matter. And I can still re-roll and afford stuff. True. Holdover, maybe? No? I'll take this double stack, though. That's pretty darn good. Soul Crushing Guild? Absolutely. 6 days. I'll pay 1 ember for that. And the Permafrost? Yeah, this is how you beat Patient, for sure. Just daze him 6 times and then redraw it. We click it. And I can even afford the -1, which is great. Every -1 matters. We're not seeing a holdover again. So I'm going to put this -1 into Revenge, because I really like that card, it turns out. And I would rather have it free than Glimmer. Yeah, I think that's true. Sure, we go to 0 gold, but it's perfectly worth it. Now, do I take this +30? What could I see instead? What am I duping on 8? It might just be the Echoes of the Past, truly. Just to scale me faster. A +30 here, I mean, what can I do with this? +30 of Vine Grasp, a 60 damage Glimmer. I mean, that's pretty good. Whenever I draw it, it just kills a wave. It's basically Inferno. Inferno that heals me. On the other hand, spreading out my healing is going to be good too, right? Spreading out my healing will help me quite a bit. There's really only one other place to put it, though, and that's in this Restore, which I don't really love keeping around. I suppose it's fine. The Glimmer is just a better application of the 30, though, right? It clears the whole floor, it heals the whole floor. It's just really good, it turns out. I'm going to 2 steel shops. By the way, Animus of Will is still fully unupgraded right now, which is hilarious to me. I do think this is a valuable +30, right? I don't see a world where this is not one of the best things I could put into anything with my remaining 20 shards. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be Glimmer, I think. This is a wave killer now. I could even potentially consider duping that. You know what? Fair. Fair. I skipped that trial, by the way. That trial basically cost me this 20 and consume and a removal, is what you should think about there. Yeah, that's what I lost out here. Worth it? I don't know. We didn't leak, but I think I might have lost not Seraph, Sentient, which is risky. I don't know. That's a tough call. We get through Fel. I have 6 days for the Relentless turn, which will help, and we have the Permafrost on it, so that's good. I'm just going to be, again, it's similar to everything else. We play cards. Incredible. I load up this floor, and then I drop in the Echoes of the Past. Good. That helps a bunch. As soon as I see a Glimmer, I'm playing it into one of my other floors. I am going to self-ping, of course. I'm going to return Soul here, the Steel Enhancer back, which is good. It burns a card. I may as well play the Awake, I suppose. I will play the Proclamation again, I suppose. Is she going to ride up all the way? She almost did. I drew the Glimmer anyway, which is actually great. I can just load it up. Blast. Great news. And then I can Glimmer middle, which is huge because that thing is scary. We heal. It's good. I'm going to burn this Restore. I will reap the boss. Cool. We do enough damage for the moment. I'm relying a lot on spells to compensate for other things here, which is okay. I'm going to Fracture, Proclamation, draw me a card. I will play the Restore. I will return Soul, a Restore, just to get it back. It's fine. Cool. I think we'll be okay here. The one big nice thing about all this is that it allows me to hit my deck real hard and redraw this Echoes of the Past faster. This is a really good run for Return Soul, by the way. There's a lot of good runs for Return Soul. Just saying. Glimmer middle because this floor loves to lose 100 HP. I will play Awake because I only get one charge here anyway, and then I will Echoes of the Past. I just want to see this Echoes of the Past more often and faster. And so that helps so much. Revenge here is outrageously good. We love to see it. I restore here. Honestly, it's going to be Awake. And then, interesting. 14 regen, by the way, is kind of surprisingly good. I don't think it is the armor quite yet. I think it's Fracture, Return Soul, Fracture, and burn this last Fracture out, and that's okay. She comes upstairs one final time. It's a really good Glimmer turn, yeah? We love to see it. It's going to add a lot of damage to the boss here, which is just great news. I'm going to self-ping. I'm going to restore back. I then double reap the boss here. And we play plus 54 Echoes of the Past, which is incredible. Great news. That's a 690 damage on a floor, which is good. This particular case, I'm going to pull this guy forward to Proclamation him out. We're going to restore, Fracture, Shelter. That's a good Shelter turn. Okay. And I just daze the boss is all I need to do here. We heal. I would like to charge this floor, right? So we're going to Fracture, Return Soul, the Fracture. Good. I will Revenge because it's 1 for 1 here, which is okay. I can then Shelter and Echoes of the Past. Well, we're guaranteed to draw enough here to get my... I mean, we win anyway, which is a good threshold to have. Right? Like, that feels good. Ooh, baby, Echoes of the Past. Love to see it. We're going to Soul Crushing Guild the boss, for sure. And then we just reap. We trade 1-1. We do this. I take a plus 12. We're looking cozy. Very cozy here. I think we have it. Unearthed Remains. What does Symphony of a Soul do for me? I could regen stack it here, potentially. It's not terrible, but I would rather be spending my Echoes on Echoes of the Past or on Soul Crushing Guild, I believe. Unearthed Remains is fine. It's fine. It goes away. It's 1 Echo. I can technically store more Echoes on the turn. I'm reasonably certain I'm spending them fast enough. I don't think I need this. I don't think this helps me enough. Do I take Ember here, or do I just draw even more cards? I think I actually just draw even more cards here because of things like the Return Soul and where I'm at otherwise. I've got enough -1s in this deck that I feel reasonably good about what I'm drawing and playing. Yeah, I think we're okay. I'm going to skip this, and I think I'm going to take draw again. Am I? I am leaving a little bit on the table right now. I think I draw fast enough, actually. The Ember will clean up this run, I'm pretty confident. Yeah, okay. All right, you got me. You got me. I'll take that. We're going to every steel shop now. I'd like to see some upgrades to my floor. I can cut things that don't matter to me. Large stone, hilarious. We're re-rolling that. Multi-strike is incredible here. Absolutely. Temple is no -2. Spellchain is great. Spellchain on the... Spellchain on Return Soul burns my deck so fast. That's funny. Tenon Piercing here. Ooh, these are both really good, actually. Let's do Cultivating 3, because it's correct to do so. Big HP. The removals here are Fractures, I'm reasonably certain. Yeah. I think that's correct. Yeah, I think so. Okay. If I could afford that plus 25, I would, but I guess I'm still going to this other steel shop anyway for the dupe. Removals. Man, that fourth multi-strike, that fourth hit is so clutch in this run. That's going to speed me up so much. So, a lot of people tell me Return Soul, technically removing cards is bad because it means that you are losing ammo for the Return Soul. I don't think that's true. I think the truth is that you just burn your deck faster and then stop playing the Return Soul, right? Spell Chain Return Soul is fun. It burns my deck even faster. If I can get down to just restores, I can really funnel out value. Yeah, so here we're gonna cut Fracture here and Fracture. Those are not bad cards, but they're not good cards either. Tenon Piercing is nice into this Proclamation. This thing shreds. It really does shred. Big fan of this. This is so much power, I might take this and just go over. How scared am I of Patient? The truth is, if Patient tramples me into oblivion, I should respect Patient because I don't have an intrinsic on the Soul Crushing Guild. I guess I could play bottom floor if he spawns top and just let top walk on me. That's kind of scary too. Could be worse maybe, because then enemies are guaranteed to be baiting his melee weakness, or rather to take it. I see how many cards on turn 1. 7 on turn 1. I see 14 out of 23. I can cut more cards too with that Merchant of Steel potentially. The Spell Chain, Echoes of the Past is big value. I mean, it's not that great. It's just a +8, right? It's kind of like a Razor Sharp. So I think the Spell Chain is going into Return Soul. This will allow me to burn through my deck fast. Greetings, cat. This is other cat. Yeah, I'm gonna do the Spell Chain here. I think this is where my last shards are coming from. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna Spell Chain the Return Soul here. I'm gonna Tenon Piercing the Proclamation here. And that's 120 is the end of our shard count for the run. Okay, Ancient Hate. Well, I got a Tenon Piercing. This does make Glimmer useless, though. I'm okay with that. I took Ember, remember? So I'm really good into Purifiers here. Yeah, Glimmer. Speak of Glimmer. Yeah, speaking of the Glimmer, we're going to play Sentient, Carver. I will charge up a floor, I suppose. See what I draw. Steel Enhancer, fine. I mean, I may as well play the Awake. It's better than the Glimmer here. That does actually nothing. Okay, fair. I can... I guess I could burn the Glimmer, right? And then pop this guy in back, potentially. We're going to play the Restore every time here. I'd like to get a good Echoes of the Past out because we have a 290 in front. This middle floor scares me, by the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Return Soul the Glimmer, and we're just going to burn this Glimmer out here. Right? So what I can do now is Glimmer middle, get the money, Revenge, get this middle guy gone, right? And then I can Mutilation here. Ooh, I can return another card, huh? Yeah, okay, so we'll Return Soul again on the Steel Enhancer here. It's something. I will Mutilation. I'm going to Fracture 3 times 2. I mean, maybe I actually kill this Purifier on the next floor, and then I will Echoes for 160. I might have to Soul Crushing Guild this guy on top. Doesn't seem unreasonable. Ooh, oh, never mind. We just draw Proclamation, and we are cruising, it turns out. We just absolutely send this dude. Great news, in fact. Fine Grasp, I will take the Self-Ping. It's a +5 to my floor. Important. We kill on middle. Good. I can Fracture on bottom. Almost kill there. I might. We restore once upstairs. I restore on bottom and we just kill on both floors. The Reap is now huge. This Decayed Decoy is doing great work, by the way. Yeah, so the play is you restore, we return soul, that restore back, burning it out. I get the proclamation here. Huge. Excellent work, go team. I don't want to burn that, so I play this restore. I return soul the restore. Good. I could awake here. It's purple. Or I could burn out this shelter. I think I'm just going to awake here. Yeah, the regen is fine. We'll chill. Okay, that's good. That's something. We'll take it. Okay, we're doing not great here. I could just pull the Gilded Wings forward. That is an answer to this. I think that's a great answer to this. We just kill that man and leak the Spikes dude instead. Now I might be able to do even more up here though, so let's not give up quite yet. Oh, interesting. I can actually do some damage here, huh? Yeah, it's free. It also draws me a card, which is cool. I'm going to fracture the back here. I think this is worthwhile. We're going to mutilate. I could fracture middle. What does this take me to? 136 by 4? That does kill the floor, actually. Cool, which lets me fracture bottom to get rid of one of the purifiers. Cool, so we're actually okay on that. Now, top floor could be scary, except I drew a very strong card. We're doing great. In fact, this proclamation will just kill the bad guy. We love to hear it. You play the restore first, so I have the charge, then I proclamation. Bad man is gone, floor is cleared. Excellent work. We just net 0 on the ping here. I will awake. No reason not to. Cool, and we should be good. This man on bottom is no fear. I self-ping for the scale here. We're okay. It's fracture. It's a decent shelter, finally. But I think we return soul. What am I burning today? It's going to be this other shelter, which is pretty nifty. I will play this other shelter here. I think I should return soul first on... Could return soul the return soul and then get a whole bunch. I don't think that's happening quite yet. We're going to burn a fracture here. We do the fracture first. Then I only pay 1 ember here, so we just load up, right? We do purple shelter, non-purple shelter, and then we toss this Echoes of the Past for a plus 54. We do a lot of damage here now. Yeah. Yeah, we're, as they say, golden, I believe. Oh, interesting. Yeah, okay. I'll just ping cards, I suppose. Cool. I'll Soul Crushing Guilt on middle, of course. Because that's 6 days and I could redraw this. And then we just blast it upstairs and we're fine. Yeah, cool. Great news. We easily win this. I mean, 6 days is plenty. Yeah, I mean, check this out. This is a disgusting turn, yeah. You return soul, that fracture back. So we burn it. I now return soul, the return soul. Right, we return soul. The Vine Grasp. Yeah. It's good. And then we return soul, the restore for a huge burst on this turn. And we end it with another Soul Crushing Guilt. And this guy is extremely perished. Yeah, okay, cool. I like this. This is turning out to be pretty strong. We've got it. Yeah, Preserved Thorns, no thanks. Wildwood Custodian, another Awake. Nah, we're good. We have it. Purple Unearthed Remains. Now we're cooking. I'm happy to grab this. This is a nice little addition to my deck. This lets me store more of those things and is itself 2 infusions. I'll go to the right because there's a lot of stuff we could see here that would be nice. Yeah, for sure. Okay, Merchant of Steel says Endless. 10 and Spikes. Don't think so. We're going to spin that. You know what? A plus 25 is fine. This obviously hurts a little bit from the scaling perspective, but I do want to respect the fact that Divinity could just beat the crap out of me here. Oh my gosh, Karuska. Well, I don't mind if I do, Karuska. Incredible. The dupe here. Man, there are so many good pickups right now. So many good. With that Karuska, that's huge. We're going to take the 25. It's just correct to have the stats here. It's good. And wow, we're set. I could buy removals and cut my deck down faster. Meow. We have a meow friend. I honestly think... What do I dupe? That's tough. That's a difficult decision, my friends. We could dupe a lot of things. I think you maybe dupe the Soul Crushing Guilt now, shockingly. I like this because I have the Karuska, which makes it a purple card, right? But also, it costs one less. But it means that I'm more likely to draw it in the right turn for Patient, and I don't want to take shards with this dupe. And with the Spell Chain Return Soul, I'm already seeing Echoes of the Past fast enough, I believe. So I think the Soul Crushing Guilt is just the correct dupe. This also really doesn't impact my draw that much. Yeah. Now, I should re-roll the Trinket Shop. You never know, we could see something nutty. Echo Seedling? Question mark? Unearthed Remains? I mean, I guess. It's not bad. I think I would rather just remove a bunch of Fractures, though. Speed me up a little bit, I believe. Yeah, I think I can get away with that, right? We'll cut a Fracture here. Having some of these was good, right? 3 Reap. You saw how much value they added in Penitent. So there's that. I don't want to cut too much. I'm going to cut... Interesting. Trinket Shop says... Am I going to take Hell's Banners? Probably not. No. Sinner Salve? No. I don't have curses. I got through Penitent just fine. I don't think these add value. Echo Seedling requires I go to 130. I don't think that's worth it either. I think we do cut cards. The question, however, is what? It could be these shelters. They're actually pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, actually, I'm going to cut a shelter here. I don't need them. They're not purple. They don't really help that much. I'll cut the other shelter. In truth, I would rather redraw literally anything. They're hard to replay with Return Soul because, you know, I could have to draw them and have them in the pool. But if I play them, then they don't go in the pool for Return Soul. Yeah, I actually think just burning these shelters is going to be fine. Cool. Good. Great. 30 HP, 30 HP, 30... Well, it's 117 HP, 30 gold. That seems okay. We'll move on from here. 120 out of 100? Yeah, I think we get Patient with the double thing that I have put together. I think we defeat him. Okay. Hilariously, I cannot daze him here. Because I mean, this is exactly why you have the permafrost on this, right? I didn't draw enough purple cards. Now, I think I will still play top, as scary as this is. Yeah. We purple. Okay, we're actually fine. We reap, daze. Excellent. In fact, great news. Now, again, I don't have, what is it called? I do not have Quick on my floor, and this is important because no Quick, ooh, Glimmer, means that these enemies are going to be proccing the melee weakness, so I will be fine into Relentless. I'm going to blast middle. This is good because he'll spawn an enemy on me. True, and I will Echoes of the Past here. We're at 240, looking fine. He comes back up, spawns a man, looks good. I'm going to Steel Enhancer here. I'm going to Return Soul that Steel Enhancer. It's one of the perfect targets for it. We burn it. I do think I want to Unearth Remains here. It's good. I think I want to Self-Ping as well. Yes. Unearthed Remains is good. I am actually going to pop this Revenge in front here. I think it's really strong to do so. I'm going to return Soul off floor to respect the boss. We're going to burn a Fracture onto the boss. I will Fracture the boss here as well. The Proclamation is a free pickup because of the Inspire, and I'm just going to daze him again. Honestly, he's 10 days. I have very little fear about my Relentless situation. It's just a matter of, do I actually defeat... Like, this is a scary floor, right? 102 damage coming in. The question is, do I survive? And I need to respect... Yeah, this is actually great news. I'm going to Proclamation here. So I take only 41 from double melee weakness here. A Glimmer middle. Good. We're looking to deal with floors without accumulating melee weakness. That's the big question mark. That's a huge risk here. Awake is good. What am I burning? Good question. I could burn the Awake. I mean, I'll return Soul the Fracture to start. I'll Fracture the boss, that's good. Vine Grasp saves me some HP here. I'll click that. And it also does another like 100 into the boss, which is nice. I do want to burn cards, so we're gonna do Restore. Interesting. I think I want to Soul Crushing Guilt first for the Karuska Ember. Good, and then I can return Soul on the 1-cost Restore. Play in that, and then I can Echoes for a big chunk here. Good. We're also clearing melee weakness comfortably, which looks nice. It's a really good Revenge here. So many Inspire triggers. Proclamation, similar. I want to play the Awake here. I'm going to self-ping. It's good. Glimmer goes middle because that enemy hits for 45. We'll Fracture upstairs for the charge. We hold on to Soul Crushing Guilt for the boss, and we should be comfortable here, right? He has 12 days. It's going to look even worse for him here. Yeah. He's not going to have a good time. Return Soul on the Fracture. Good. We're going to burn it here. Draw the Vine Grasp. Take the ping. It's good. I double Soul Crushing Guilt him on this turn, which is very disgusting in my opinion. I restore, return Soul. I'm going to burn the Vine Grasp. Yes. I'm going to self-ping it, and I Echoes of the Past for plus 48. He is very dead. Yep. And we're at the point where I'm drawing so fast now, and this Revenge is just giving me free pings in such an amazing way. I'm going to return Soul. We're burning out this Awake now. It's good. I'm going to Glimmer middle. Oh, Proclamation upstairs. I think I am going to burn... What am I burning here? The Glimmer? Actually, I think the Glimmer has served its usefulness. We're going to blast the boss with it one last time, and then we Echoes upstairs. Yeah, we are cruising, as it were. We hold on to both of these. Ah, interesting. I return Soul, the Restore here. I return Soul, the Return Soul. I Revenge here. It's funny because what do I even burn now? I mean, I may as well burn the Revenge, right? We just click it, and we return Soul for nothing. We chill on our cards. I draw my entire deck here. Yeah, I mean, we win. I don't need to play cards. We have it. Like, I can make these numbers bigger, but it does not matter. We can send it hard. Wild. Great news. Cool. I think the Divinity is going to look even better because I don't have to do any articulation around the... What is it called? Melee weakness, right? Melee weakness is the big question mark for that combat, but I think with Karuska, we kind of just go mad with power a bit. I am looking to make sure I clear waves, right? We are going to play top with this draw order. It's good. Draw me a card, please. Proclamation upstairs, for sure. We'll click it. I'm going to Glimmer downstairs. It's good. I do not get the Soul Crushing Guilt on this turn, but that's okay. We'll be fine. Let's see. We're going to take Unearthed Remains here, for sure. It's Soul Crushing Guilt's time to shine. We'll play one of them. Great news. I'm going to restore. What am I burning? Nothing? Feels a little bad not playing something here. So I will return soul onto one of the restores. It's not my ideal target, but I think it's worth it. I mean, it doesn't matter which one. I'll leave in the purge copy and I'll burn this other one. And then I will convert all of these into damage. So we're doing 256 on the floor. Good. We clear this next wave. Enemies hitting me is actually beneficial. That's true. I could redraw here. So I'm going to do Revenge here. It's good to get that on this floor. I'm going to self-ping for the +5. I will Awake. Sure, Steel Enhancer, it's fine. I think Fractures are well spent on other floors here. Right? Yes, I think so. I could redraw anything coming up. Let's see. If I put 6x2 in the back, I pop it. I can potentially kill them both if I wait. Yeah, okay, fine. Sure. There's obviously this could go awry. I think there were possible other ways of doing it. I mean, we get the Revenge on this turn, which is kind of what I was hoping for. A very good power up there. I can Fracture to kill the guy in back here, which is good. Cool. I can self-ping, which is big scaling. The Fracture middle is solid. We Fracture front, and we get double kills here, which is great news. Restore. Remember, we have a guy getting charged, so we play these Return Souls off floor. Unless I get the purple, it's not worth it, right? Return Soul off floor. We'll do it on a Fracture here. We do clear middle pretty comfortably here. I could charge. I mean, I'm going to work on this back guy, right? Now that is weird. I added Reap to one guy, and it... What the heck? Man, this is front to back nonsense, yeah? Yeah, it's the front to back nonsense is what causes that. It's okay, we have a real good hand here. I draw, Steel Enhancer. We're turn souling on the Steel Enhancer here. Yep. Proclamation is solid here. Good. I Reap. Good. I Awake. Good. I potentially take damage here, actually. 195 is really solid, actually. Do I have to Soul Crushing Guilt any of these guys? 195. Do the math here, right? 195, we go ping one. Front guy's dead. That's now 10 armor to the floor. So he has 190 in the middle, so he gets 195. He gets exactly popped out. So one hit. That is 10 armor to the floor. So he has 205. I think we leak the back dude here if I do that. But that's just 5 damage. Math. Well. Oh, Cultivates. Yeah, Cultivates put him over the 200 point. Yeah, cool. Great. Honestly, good news. Could have been way worse. Revenge, just shadow this front guy, I think. I will Glimmer here first because I want the Revenge into this guy. Great news. And then we just send it. Right? I could return the Glimmer, but I don't want to burn that yet. 4x3 is 12 on the middle floor. I don't think that's going to do it for me. I do think this is a Soul Crushing Guild turn on the boss. Just kind of click the card. It's good. We're killing the mini boss and overflowing 200 here. I kind of think that's good. I could kill one guy on the back. What am I drawing into here? I don't get the Glimmer, right? We're not getting the Glimmer, and I don't get the Return Soul. So I think I will respect a little bit here. We'll take the Fracture back. I'll kill the 2 backlines on this floor, which are good. The Return Soul here I should play. I'm going to burn one of my Restores. Sure. I'll chill on the other Soul Crushing Guild here. I don't feel like putting both in the return pool, on the redraw, rather, is what I mean. Cool. Now, mid-floor is kind of the last real big concern, but I can Proclamation one away, which it turns out is pretty strong. Yeah, honestly, we are actually just chilling. Right? And then I Glimmer this floor. Incredible. We're actually super fine on mid-floor. Never mind. Never mind. I will Fracture because it's good. I guess I could double Soul Crushing Guild here, but I actually value the Echoes of the Past more, so that's cool. Neat. Then I can just hold on to these Soul Crushing Guilds. We're going to be fine. We have it, right? Yeah, we absolutely have it here. I get the Glimmer too. Great news. This will resolve the question of how do I defeat... I mean, mid-floor, I'm doing 800 something, 900 something. We're super dealing with this Shade Wings, right? So let's... Oh, we Proclamation out bottom floor for sure. Yeah, duh. Okay. I can Glimmer here and just kill my Relentless floor pretty much. And we're fine. I'll redraw the Glimmer actually. So we just Glimmer here to get rid of the Spell Shield. We charge upstairs, I suppose. Yeah, I don't really see a reason not to. I guess I should Return Soul off floor. Let me do this Fracture, get rid of it. We'll burn it. Great news. Return Soul. I'm going to burn that Restore, I believe. Just get rid of it at long last. It's gone. Vine Grasp, I mean, sure, bud. Okay, I'm going to hold on to the Soul Crushing Guilds for now. I don't think I need to do anything fancy here. Cool. Bottom could be... I could see the Glimmer or not, maybe. Hard to say. I guarantee get it into Relentless. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to hard blast downstairs, get rid of these curses, which I value. It's time to Return Soul the Awake at long last. Goodbye. Good charge. I'm going to self-ping here. Order, I guess. It's fine. I think it's Return Soul on Revenge, actually, which kills the last Curse Friend. I can Proclamation, which pushes 300 through, and then I also get Echoes of the Past here, which is great news. Cool, we're very fine here. Extremely fine. We're guaranteed to get the Glimmer here, so we blast for sure. We Return Soul. Time to burn the Glimmer. Good. Proclamation that man away. Divine Grasp. We Return Soul, Divine Grasp. I mean, this is the turn where you burn everything. Proclamation back. Send it. You Return Soul the Return Soul. You Soul Crushing Guilt just for funsies. You Return Soul the Soul Crushing Guilt for more funsies. And then we Echoes of the Past after burning this last one for a free extra 20. And I have actually nothing in my deck except for Deadweights, Echoes of the Past, and Soul Crushing Guild. Incredible. So the deck goes down to 0, essentially. Great news. Honestly, good run. Glad to see it. I ended up one of the nice things about a run like this, I think I take a little more time than usual because it's fun. It's fun clicking those cards and finding the fun order. Sometimes it's not fun. And you're just like, okay, get this over with. How many times am I going to toss a Fledgling Imp in front of a floor of multi-strikers, right? It's a thing. But let's go to the run summary here. Yeah, how many times am I going to multi-strike hit with a Rage floor? But this one, Wurmkin, fun stuff. We love Karuska. We love, honestly, Decayed Decoy did great. The few fractures I had did huge work here. That +1 is big. Revenge was excellent. The 60 damage Glimmer, turns out Inferno is a good card. So 2/3 of an Inferno is still a good card, right? I mean, this is basically like an Inferno that doesn't kill my own units, which turns out is pretty good. So we like that. Winged Steel plus the draw is great. Animus with Shard Soul was great. I mean, we could have gone Steel Singer. We didn't need to. Return Soul ended up being huge. Very good choice. Spell Chain on this burned my deck real quick. Loved that. Very strong. Good stuff, honestly. Not much else to add. Just a little bit of regen here and there. Good spell power along the way. I think the real takeaway is know when to go to magic shops and when not to. And that's really it, I think. So cool. That brings us up to 153 wins on the series. Love to see it. So I'll let you go there. So hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like or a dislike if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.